Hi everybody, I'm just making this video today to talk about Israel and Palestine. And, it is disgusting how Israel was created in the first place by just invading a nation and giving one people the right to persecute and dispossess another group of people, and it's all based on their religious beliefs. And it's just disgusting. It's been going on for way too long, and we only have to look at the maps, of how much reduced Palestine has become, and how people in Palestine are reduced to living on little segregated islands within Israeli territories. So they have to go through all these ridiculous checkpoints and everything in order to get from one place to another, just to see the families. And I'm absolutely sick to death of it. I'm sick of it. It makes me feel physically and emotionally sick to witness it. Because, I'm not blaming all Israeli people. I've got nothing against Jewish people. If anything, I love Jewish people, because the Jewish faith gave us Jesus, and Christians who speak out against Jews and the Muslims, at the end of the day, there'd be no Islam, there'd be no Christianity without the Judaic faith, okay? And the Judaic faith is a cornerstone of human consciousness, of advancements in human consciousness in terms of written laws. And the laws have been updated. By today, we have human rights, we have children's rights, and all of these have arisen from an understanding of universal consciousness and an acceptance that we were created by this universe. We did not create ourselves. The universe created us. Okay, so, whether or not people believe in God or whatever or not they don't believe, it makes no difference. The fact remains that as a living human being, the very fact that you can stand up and say, I don't believe in universal intelligence or universal law or universal love, that you can stand up and say that is actually because you have been created by the laws of this universe and by the love of life that this universe has. Because if the universe didn't love life, it wouldn't have created it. And let's face it, if there was no life in this universe, there would be no such thing as a universe, really, would there? Because there'd be nothing and nobody to acknowledge it and enjoy it. And regardless of what people say about humanity being a plague upon the earth, and that is not true. What's a plague on this earth is the bloody corporations and the banks that invest in the ridiculous and evil and polluting so-called technologies and advancements that they make. Okay, I'm not saying all of them are bad, but a lot of them are, and actually they're useless. And we know that the present banking system is very, very, very much controlled by Zionist interests. And again, I'm not saying all Zionists are evil people, but I'm saying that Zionism as a philosophy is actually evil. It's racist, it's discriminatory, it's prejudiced, it's all the things that Christianity and Islam and real Jews stood against. And, what has been going on in Palestine and Israel is just despicable. It's... I am lost for words. I'm lost for words. And I appeal to the people of Earth, the citizens of Earth, stand up and, we don't want any more fighting and fussing. You Israeli people, you must love your neighbour. Love your neighbour. Show the Palestinian people the love that they deserve. Give them their rights. If you want Israel to be a nation of Jehovah, or Yahweh, as you say, that's the person, that's the name you have given to universal love and universal intelligence, then, you know, who does Yahweh support? He supports people, or she, because, you know, God is both. She supports love, and people who share love, who care and share, and who look after one another, and who don't discriminate against people who are trying to live a lawful, decent life. And, you know, I'm sick of this idea that you can just turn around and call all Muslim people heathen. They're not heathen. They're living by a holy written book with laws, so they are not heathen. And there's no such thing as a heathen. Is an ignorant person, okay? It's a person who knows the law, and they know the truth, but they choose to ignore it. That's what a heathen is. So by the true definition of the word heathen, Zionists, you're heathens. That's what you are. You are heathens. Because you're supporting racist evil. That's what you're supporting. And you have to stop it. You've got to stop it. And the people of the world, you know, we do have to wake up now. This is the 21st century. We now have proof that we have a human soul. The human soul is real. Quantum energy is real. It's in every cell of our bodies. It does not die when we die. And today I'm going to share with you an experience that I had in 1992 on April the 26th at 12 p.m. midday, when I witnessed a light being. Okay? I witnessed a light being, and I looked out of my bedroom window and I saw what I thought was the sun in a cloud, and I turned away from it and went to the bedroom door to leave the bedroom, and then it suddenly occurred to me that no, that wasn't the sun, because the sun shines from behind our house at midday, and that's why my son's friend and his mum was sat on the doorstep in full sunshine opposite our house. So I went back to the window and had another look, and I thought, after looking at it for a while, it was just one cloud in an otherwise clear blue sky, and I thought, okay, it's a reflected sunbeam. And I was going to leave again, and then just before I turned away, I noticed that there was some dark grey cloud swirling at the centre of the orb that was inside the cloud. And so that attracted my attention then, and I was watching it because it was a phenomenon that I'd never seen before. And again, I looked for a logical explanation. I said to myself, oh, it must be the effect of the sun's heat on the cloud through the sunbeam, a bit like the sun burns paper if you shine it through if you shine a magnifying glass. The sun has that effect, it'll burn paper. So I was thinking it must be the sun's heat somehow affecting the cloud. And so I was just watching that. And then suddenly there was a little tiny opening appeared. And one ray of golden light shot out of that cloud. And then it got my attention. I was thinking this must be a UFO. So I stood and watched some more. And the little tiny opening turned into a perfect square, and more golden light came out. And at that point I was absolutely convinced that I was looking at a UFO. I was expecting a spaceship or something to emerge from that perfect square, because I know that that isn't a natural thing that happens. And I even turned away from it because, you know, I thought maybe I'm just seeing things. So I actually turned away, and I looked back, and the square had got bigger. And then, in front of my eyes, the square elongated into an upright rectangle. And from that rectangle, and two arms appeared, an arm on either side of the rectangle and a head lifted up. And I was looking at a figure made of light, of golden light. And I turned away again and tried to wave to my son's friend and his mum, who was sat on the doorstep, and they just got up and went inside. And before I looked back, I was thinking, no, it won't be there. It will be gone when I look back, because I must be seeing things. And I looked back, but no, it was there, the person made of light. And I watched in amazement. I was looking in amazement at there was folds in a long robe, hair, facial features, all depicted in grey cloud. And I don't know how long we stared at each other, and then the arms went back down, the head went back down, back to the rectangle went back down to the square reduced to the pinpoint hole, cloud covered up the hole, the orb faded away inside the cloud, and the cloud completely dissipated. Okay, and that was in 1992, and that was 2 weeks after I'd had an epiphany about the fact that we do not die. In the only thing that dies is our body. Our soul goes on, and our spirit, every thought in our head is a result of quantum energy, and that energy is eternal. And it belongs to the universe, and it is part of the universe. And we need to accept now that this world we are living in is built on myths, superstition, fear, lies. And there's people been making a lot of money and getting a lot of power out of all their superstitions, their lies, their mistakes, and they don't want to let them go, and they want to carry on having their fun, killing the people, killing children, raping children, eating children. What is going on? We have to wake up. We have to take control of our planet into our love. We have to wrap love around every child. We have to feed the children. We have to value our humanity and get every hand that we can, because it's not just us now. We're talking about the whole planet needs our help. Fukushima is raging. And who built 53 nuclear power stations in Japan? The bankers, that's who. And what do those nuclear power stations produce? They produce the material, depleted uranium for nuclear weapons that they've been bombing all over the Middle East and causing dreadful injuries to people. And I'm sorry, but I just fucking cannot carry on living in this world and just saying nothing because, I'm scared, somebody might come and do something to me. Come and shoot me in the fucking head then. But I'm saying what I'm saying because, seriously, if this is life on Earth, I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back here. It's evil. I'm going to play you this now. And my heart goes out to this family and to all the people of Palestine and all the good people of Israel too, who have to live with this, and they don't agree with it. They're standing up against it. And to all the people who are full of hatred on both sides, I implore you, beg you, please, drop the hatred now. Recognise human beings. Recognise children. Love the children. Care about the children. Give them the best. Teach them about universal love and universal law of abundance and compassion. Because, before I witnessed that light being, and the reason why I was upstairs in the bedroom was because I'd gone to lie down, because I'd got up that morning and I was just had this energy rushing through me, and it felt like, well, all I can describe it as is pure bliss. But, I couldn't do anything with it. It was almost like debilitating. I had to lie down on the bed thinking maybe it'll pass. And in the end, I got up off the bed after an hour thinking, I'll just go out for a walk in the sunshine. I'll take my dog for a walk. If I'm going to be having this bliss rushing through me all day, I might as well be in a nice place with it than just lying in a dark room on the bed. And that was the only reason why I was upstairs, and that was why I looked out of the window just before I went downstairs and saw the light being. And now I understand that the energy that was flowing through me was actually told me something. And it's took me 23 years I've spent trying to be absolutely sure that universal law of abundance and compassion is absolutely correct, and that it's true, and that it's real. Because, I don't want to lead people astray. I don't want to start a new religion. I'm not claiming myself to be the new Messiah, because I am not. I'm just an ordinary person. And so why was I chosen? So, see, why did that light being come to me? Why? And I do understand now why. Because of my life experience, and because of my consciousness was primed to be able to receive that without going completely crazy, and without going to start a new religion, because obviously it trusted me. And, my consciousness had been tested previously by lots and lots of dreams, very, very strange dreams in which my consciousness was tested. So, I am aware that there is a universal intelligence, and the reason why people aren't getting in touch with it is because most people are barely even in touch with their own humanity, because they're living in this stupid world, and they've got these stupid ambitions. Oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be somebody, I'm better than you. Well, at the time I saw that, witnessed the light being, I was the lowest, according to me, I was the lowest person on earth. Everybody was above me. So, and I think obviously then that is the right way to be, is to put other people before yourself, and to put children before yourself, because children are our most precious, treasured gift that life can give. What would life be with no children? And here we are, calling them minors. Oh, a child is a minor. No, they're not. As I've said before, VIP, every child is a VIP, and we need to have that top of our brain. Oh, child, VIP. Treat them with respect. Understand them. And so, I'm really imploring to the people of Israel, especially, to break down that bloody wall. Break it down. Go through and help the people of Palestine. You can do it, Israel. I believe in you, in you good Jewish people. I know that you're there. I know that you've got power, and I know that you can convince people to open their hearts, and to just to love, and just to love your own children, the Palestinian children, because it's just too much to witness, And to British Parliament, I have to say to all of you, you are despicable, disgusting people, and you are the most despicable, disgusting people, because Britain is one of the leading nations in the world that instigated all this that's happening with Palestine and Israel right now. And all you MPs, you're sitting in a parliament, you've got an Israel lobby. Where's your Palestine lobby? Where's your Palestine lobby? And seriously, as I say, I am not against Jewish people, but I am against what is happening to the Palestinian people. I'm so devastated by it, and it's causing animosity and hatred, and I'm seeing really decent caring Jewish people being persecuted for the crimes of Zionists, you know, and you Zionists, you know, your whole philosophy, it's an abomination of the Judaic faith, okay, and Islam, Christianity, Judaism, come on, we've all got to start living by 21st century knowledge now, and in that sense, Islam leads the way. Islam's the little child in that sense, because on the first page of the Quran, it says, you know, that Muslims are advised to travel on paths of knowledge, to walk on paths of knowledge, and to respect all peoples who live by new knowledge, and they must abandon old ways and traditions that new knowledge proves is wrong. Okay? And the Quran also says that there's not one holy book that is not polluted by, well, it calls it Satan, but really, you know, what is Satan except a pack of lies that's made real because people believe it? You know, if somebody says, oh, this woman's a witch because, you know, she helps people with herbs, and then so that's it, everybody suddenly believes in, like, witches, don't they? So I'm just going to play you this video, and it's heartbreaking, and we just have to stop this. We have to stop it. And you know, the banks, you're all saying that there's no money. Look, we don't care where you get your money from. Just print it. People believe in it. Give it to people to spend on proper, decent, bloody things. You know, on proper technology. Spend it on building. You've got the power to make the whole of Palestine into a beautiful, beautiful place. And, you know, wipe the tears from the children's eyes. If you people really are so superior, then what is the point of your superiority if all you can do is cause misery and suffering all over the world, and especially in the Middle East? And I'm asking everybody, you know, we have to do it. It starts at home. We have to help one another now, because our planet is suffering so badly, and the children need us. Please help and watch this, and yes, cry, weep, dare to have a feeling.
She's a 72-year-old Palestinian woman. Medics say she was shot 15 times. She was killed by Israeli soldiers at a gas station in Hebron. They say the woman had tried to run them over. Hospital officials say a man who took part in a violent Gaza Strip protest was also killed. Separately, 3 Israelis were wounded in the West Bank. 2 of them shot and a 3rd stabbed.
So, you know, the conflict's going on both sides. People on both sides are hurting, and it has to stop. It has to stop. Stop it. And British Parliament, as I say, I am disgusted with the lot of you that you sit there, all of you, even and especially you Labour MPs, you sit there, you listen to David Cameron going on about his support for Israel, okay, and basically supporting this horror that's going on, blatant theft, blatant murder of people on racist grounds. And all of you are hypocrites. You're all disgusting, despicable people, unless you have the guts and the humanity to get up and walk out of Parliament in protest at what's going on, and demand that love is shown. We don't want any more hatred. We don't want any more persecution. It has to stop. We need an amnesty of love, and we need to let love shine from our hearts, because this evil, sick money system, it's got to be turned around now to help people, not to be used for your fucking human cull that they want to do. So, you can get lost with your cull. Jah said, go forth and multiply humanity. And we have. And we are going to clean this planet up, and we are going to build a heaven on earth. That is what Jah asked us all to do. And that's all I have to say to everybody. Okay, and if you think I'm mad, yes, I am mad. I'm absolutely enraged and crazed about having to grow up in this sick, disgusting world.